Yes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am General Monga from Telecom Sector Skill Council, and I'll be introducing this Sector Skill Council as also the topic for today's discussion. Telecom Sector Skill Council, or TSSC, is a not-for-profit organization registered as a society working on PPP mode since January 2013. We have pan-India presence except two smaller states like Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep. We have 601 training partners, almost 900 certified trainers, 1,601 approved assessors, 2,100 training centers, out of which almost 614 are of the size 3,000 square feet and above. We have 40 NSDC validated qualification packs for conducting courses on various job roles. There are jobs for skilled as well as skill-enabled persons with academic qualifications for all varieties, starting from school dropouts to 10th and 10 plus 2 pass, to graduates, ITI and diploma pass outs, etc. The 40 qualification packs which I mentioned are divided into 4 segments. Network management has got 19 QPs, handset segment 9, passive infrastructure 6, and service providers also 6 QPs. India's telecommunication network is the second largest in the world, and we have the third largest internet base. One of the fastest growing sectors, as all of you are participating it very actively, and it has a great demand for the skilled and qualified aspirants. The significant growth which has taken place in this field is basically because of high penetration of smartphones, handheld devices, various apps that run on these devices. For example, WhatsApp, etc. you're using. Lakhs and lakhs of kilometers of optical fiber cable has been laid as a backbone network for the nation. There is a project called National Optical Fiber Network, or NOFN, which is in progress to provide connectivity to each and every village, thus connecting them for e-governance. This automatically provides scope for employment in optical fiber splicers job roles, optical fiber technicians, entrepreneurs to contract such jobs. You've been hearing about 2G, 3G, etc. With 4G, 5G, and even fiber to home being implemented in our country, wider bandwidth and higher speed for the data transfer will be available. With this increases the expectations of the users, which therefore becomes a challenge for the sector to meet the aspirations of the customers. Therefore, there is a huge scope for app developers. Similarly, large number of mobile phones being introduced, more customers coming to use automatically means there is an increased scope for manufacturing of these handsets, supply chain for these, sale, customer care services, repair potential, and various call centers related to customer executives or repair potential. There is a high growth feasibility, particularly in the rural area. If you see the overall tele density of our country, it is 86.25. While in the urban, the tele density is 160.5. In rural area, it is still 52.43, therefore leaving a lot of scope for its growth. TSSC is fully concerned about the requirement of facilitating placement, which is a main concern today, that people are getting skilled, yet they are not getting placed. We have started making effort through recruitment management system introduced by TSSC since October last year. Basically, the unskilled candidates undergo skill training through training partners or academia. Details of their certified candidates is automatically captured by our system, which also gets industry inputs about the job roles where the jobs are available, and we match the two. Similarly, excuse me. Similarly, we have made some job melas or placement arrangements with the help of industry. Dixon, Intex, Lava had joined hands with us, and this shows the job mela which was organized at Bathinda. To promote TSSC and its job roles, various efforts which are being made to increase the reach are through personal interaction. We go to various places, organize fairs, or make presentations to various academia. Through print media and through the cyberspace. We have uploaded certain videos related to technical job roles or related to various activity of TSSC on YouTube. The links for the same are shown here. Now coming to today's basic discussion. If you see why there is a need of skill training, because it is the industry which had mentioned that the people who are getting out from various academia after duly educational qualification are not found to be fully employable. The percentage of unemployable academia qualified people are much more. So government understood the requirement of giving skill training to these people so that their capability to work with their own hands, to handle the equipment which was not possible in the academia, is increased, which increases the potential of a candidate to get employed. For this purpose, government has been introducing various schemes, skill development schemes, and now the same is also being emphasized through Skill India Mission. Various stakeholders in this skilling ecosystems are government, industry, sector skill councils, training partners, academia, and ultimately the candidates. Success in development of skilling basically depends on two important pillars. First of them is attracting the right talent or the right kind of candidate after seeing his or her aptitude. Everybody cannot be run through this machinery. Similarly, it is very difficult or challenging to recruit and retain well-qualified trainers in the skill ecosystem. It has been seen that salary being offered to them is too low to keep them engaged in the same sector. Since skilling basically started with increasing the employability scope, the only outcome or the main outcome which is expected from skill training is placement of the skilled or certified people. Unfortunately, the results on placement are not very encouraging. Reasons could be, like I mentioned, quality or aptitude of the candidate, quality of skill training, low salary offered to the trainers, candidates not ready to move from their city or place of living or of the state. Like industry, much of the industry is not available in northern zone, but people do not want to go to southern India where a lot of telecom industry is available. and also maybe the employment of a skilled person in some sector not related to skilling because of high salary is not being counted towards skilling. For example, there is a case, a person having got trained on optical fiber splicer subsequently got a job of about 8,000, and when he got a job of a salesperson in Burger King for 15,000, he switched over. No, person is employed, but he is not employed in the related field where he got the training. Today, if you see in this area, basic emphasis lies on numbers, number of people being trained, number of people have been trained, etc. I feel there is a need to concentrate on the quality of skill training rather than concentrating on numbers. We must concentrate on centers which are being opened at various places. What all job roles are available? How many of these are worth calling them a center of excellence, where jobs or training related to job roles of all training and all sector skill councils or all job roles of a particular sector skill council are available. There is a need to introduce our candidates to globally available tools and equipment. No point still carrying on our own conservative equipment if our people have to compete in the international market. Our skilled product should compete globally and should be recognized that so and so good quality is available X India's skill training. This will be one of the most important factors contributing towards making India a skill capital, and not so many numbers of people are available with skill certificates. The stakeholders need to get united on improving the quality of skills and not on the number of targets made available. As far as responsibility of stakeholders is concerned, I feel responsibility of industry does not stop merely by saying that candidates today are unemployable. It should start from there. They should contribute by saying what is expected out of them. They are not defining so. Merely making a statement that people are not employable leaves us to no solution. Industry must also define the requirement of equipment on which these people need to be trained. If such a thing is fully defined, it will help the industry in reducing their cost on induction training, as also the gestation period during which the candidate is not fully functional. Similarly, responsibility of government does not stop or does not end by promoting the schemes of skill training. It must first facilitate suitable infrastructure for skill training. If it cannot do it by itself, it should involve academia or private training partners. Alternatively, sector skill councils can be given certain budgets to make their own centers of excellence. Government can mandate industry to provide some corporate social responsibility funds for creating infrastructure for the skill training. I think industry is the best in this system to provide training equipment related to their requirement. Even if it is not the latest equipment, it can be one notch below or upgraded model of the previous equipment. It still serves the purpose because basics of training will be clear. Subsequently, induction training can take it to the new equipment. Personally, I feel that at least 2% to 5% of working equipment should be catered towards training or skill training. As far as the industry is concerned, this equipment will automatically also act as their emergency reserve. The industry CSR can be either by providing funds or providing training equipment or facilitating apprenticeship, on-the-job training, or even providing subject matter experts which are not available in the academia. This will contribute towards enhancing the quality of skill training. Another suggestion is to have simulators wherever feasible. It is possible particularly in case of driving training, or any offline model of the equipment, or the enhanced or enlarged circuitry related to electronics and telecom equipment. And I think all these can be easily created and facilitated by industry rather than academia or training partners. Also, industry must honor and give preference to skill certified people. After all, these people have been skill certified based on the requirement projected by the industry. Why shouldn't they honor it and give preference to these people? Salary being offered to such people should certainly be more than the minimum defined salary of a unskilled labor. Unfortunately, this is not happening. That is why the certified skilled people, they are not accepting the jobs. Even a person sitting at home or working under Manrega will probably draw more salary than a skilled certified person being deployed. Sector skill councils deploy QPs or they make QPs, and only few of these QPs are picked up by the government to make them as part of their schemes. So therefore, the candidates do the training only on those selected QPs and not on all the QPs. Therefore, the gaps in certain job roles continue to remain. Similarly, the QP development is a very cumbersome process and time consuming. NSDC wants at least 20 industry validations, which does not come. There is a need to simplify the system. It should be NSDC getting into the shoes and calling industry to validate, rather than sector skill councils running around and requesting industry which does not respond. Like I mentioned, government picks up just about 50% of the QPs, and rest of the QPs remain underutilized. Therefore, gaps in employability continue. The training partners are very well connected to the sector skill councils, and most of them are connected to more than one sector skill council because they get their allotment of seats through sector skill councils. Similarly, the assessment bodies which are conducting third-party assessments are well connected to the sector skill councils, but we keep the training partners and assessing bodies isolated. They are not supposed to be networked. Important thing is that we need to increase the network feasibility of training partners and academia with the industry. Then only the placement will enhance. My final recommendations are that FICCI as well as this regional meet should draw out a proposal to create Center of Excellence which has world-class multi-skill development training facilities in every state. It should cater for training on all job roles of a particular sector, let's say telecom sector. While doing so, we must avoid the duplication of training which is being conducted in ITIs and diplomas, polytechnics. Training equipment for such thing must be given by the industry, either through CSR or otherwise. Similarly, the master trainers or subject matter experts, at least for the first 2 years, must be given by the industry. Then a cycle will start. People will get trained and they will automatically self-sustain. These centers can also conduct the induction training and repair facility on payment, which will automatically provide them some scope for earning revenue and be self-dependent. I consider and recommend that we can start with Northern region for such an example, and TSSC will support its part related to telecom job roles. Thank you. Any questions, please? How much time, sir?